Most people think fat burning is simply about eating fewer calories and exercising more, but the process is actually controlled by your metabolism. Metabolism refers to all the chemical reactions taking place inside your body that convert food into energy and determine whether that energy is burned immediately or stored as fat. When your metabolic health is functioning well, your body becomes more efficient at using stored fat for fuel. However, when metabolic health declines, the body tends to store more fat, especially around the abdomen, even when calorie intake does not seem excessive. Several factors influence metabolic health. One of the most important is insulin sensitivity. Insulin is a hormone that helps move glucose from the bloodstream into cells where it can be used for energy. When cells become less responsive to insulin, a condition known as insulin resistance can develop. This often causes higher blood sugar levels and encourages the body to store excess energy as fat. Over time, this can make losing weight much more difficult. Sleep quality also plays a major role. Poor sleep can disrupt hormones that regulate hunger and fullness, leading to increased cravings and overeating. Chronic stress has a similar effect by increasing stress hormones that may promote fat storage. Physical activity, especially a combination of strength training and regular movement, helps improve metabolic flexibility, allowing the body to switch more easily between burning carbohydrates and fat. Nutrient-dense foods rich in protein, fiber, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals support metabolic processes, while highly processed foods can interfere with them. By improving metabolic health through better nutrition, quality sleep, stress management, and regular exercise, the body naturally becomes more effective at burning fat and maintaining a healthy weight. Not all body fat is the same. While many people focus on the fat they can see in the mirror, the more dangerous type is often hidden deep inside the body. This fat is known as visceral fat. Unlike subcutaneous fat, which sits just beneath the skin, visceral fat surrounds important organs such as the liver, pancreas, and intestines. Because of its location, it can have a much greater impact on overall health. Visceral fat is biologically active, meaning it does more than simply store energy. It releases inflammatory substances and hormones that can interfere with normal bodily functions. Excess amounts of this fat have been linked to insulin resistance, making it harder for the body to regulate blood sugar levels effectively. As a result, the risk of developing type 2 diabetes increases significantly. Visceral fat is also associated with higher blood pressure, unhealthy cholesterol levels, and an increased likelihood of heart disease. One reason visceral fat is particularly concerning is that a person can carry dangerous amounts of it even if they do not appear overweight. This is why waist circumference is often considered an important indicator of health. A growing waistline may signal an accumulation of visceral fat around internal organs, even when overall body weight remains relatively stable. Several lifestyle factors contribute to visceral fat buildup, including excessive consumption of sugary foods, highly processed meals, lack of physical activity, chronic stress, and poor sleep habits. Fortunately, visceral fat tends to respond well to healthy lifestyle changes. Regular exercise, balanced nutrition, adequate sleep, and stress management can help reduce this hidden fat more effectively than many people realize. Research shows that even modest reductions in visceral fat can lead to noticeable improvements in metabolic health and overall well-being. Chronic inflammation is the body's immune system staying activated for too long, even when there is no real injury or infection to fight. In short bursts, inflammation is helpful because it protects the body and supports healing. The problem begins when this response does not shut off properly and becomes a constant low-level condition inside the body. Over time, this persistent state can quietly damage tissues and disrupt normal biological functions without obvious early symptoms. One of the major effects of chronic inflammation is its impact on metabolism. It can interfere with insulin signaling, making it harder for cells to absorb glucose efficiently. This can lead to higher blood sugar levels and increased fat storage, especially around the abdomen. It also affects hormones that regulate appetite and energy balance, often making people feel more tired while increasing cravings for high-calorie foods. This creates a cycle where poor energy regulation contributes to further inflammation and weight gain. Chronic inflammation also accelerates the aging process at a cellular level. It increases oxidative stress, which damages cells and DNA over time. This damage reduces the efficiency of mitochondria, the parts of cells responsible for producing energy. As mitochondrial function declines, energy levels drop and recovery from stress, illness, or physical activity becomes slower. This is one reason why long-term inflammation is linked to fatigue and age-related decline. Lifestyle factors play a major role in controlling inflammation. Diets high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats can promote inflammatory responses, while nutrient-rich foods such as vegetables, fruits, nuts, and omega-3 sources help reduce it. Poor sleep, chronic stress, and lack of exercise can further worsen inflammation levels. Supporting the body with balanced habits allows the immune system to stay responsive without becoming overactive, helping maintain long-term health and resilience. The body has built-in repair systems that are constantly working even when you are resting or asleep. Every day, millions of cells in the body become damaged due to normal wear and tear, exposure to environmental toxins, stress, and metabolic byproducts. Instead of simply accumulating this damage, the body activates complex biological processes that identify, break down, and replace faulty components. This ongoing maintenance is essential for survival, energy production, and long-term health. One of the most important repair processes is cellular cleanup, where damaged proteins and dysfunctional cell parts are removed. This allows cells to function more efficiently and reduces internal stress. Another key mechanism is tissue regeneration, where new cells are produced to replace old or damaged ones. This is especially important in organs that experience constant activity, such as the liver, skin, and muscles. Sleep plays a major role in activating these repair systems. During deep sleep stages, the body shifts into a restoration mode where growth hormone levels rise, supporting tissue repair and muscle recovery. At the same time, the brain clears out metabolic waste that accumulates during the day, improving cognitive function and mental clarity. Without sufficient sleep, these processes become less effective, leading to slower recovery, fatigue, and reduced resilience. Nutrition also directly influences the body's ability to repair itself. Nutrients, such as amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, provide the raw materials needed for rebuilding tissues and protecting cells from further damage. Physical activity enhances repair mechanisms by improving circulation, which helps deliver oxygen and nutrients more efficiently throughout the body. When these systems function optimally, the body is able to heal faster, maintain stronger tissues, and resist the effects of aging more effectively over time. Sleep quality has a direct and powerful influence on fat loss because it regulates nearly every hormone involved in metabolism, hunger, and energy balance. When sleep is consistent and deep, the body is able to maintain stable levels of leptin and ghrelin, two key hormones that control appetite. Leptin signals fullness, while ghrelin signals hunger. Poor sleep reduces leptin and increases ghrelin, which leads to stronger cravings, especially for high sugar and high fat foods. This hormonal imbalance often causes overeating without conscious awareness, making fat loss significantly harder even if diet and exercise are unchanged. Sleep also affects insulin sensitivity, which determines how efficiently the body uses carbohydrates for energy. When sleep is disrupted, cells become less responsive to insulin, leading to higher blood sugar levels and increased fat storage. Over time, this can slow down metabolism and encourage the accumulation of abdominal fat, which is more resistant to loss and more harmful to overall health. Another important role of sleep is its effect on energy regulation and physical performance. Poor sleep reduces motivation, stamina, and recovery capacity, making it harder to stay active during the day. This indirectly lowers calorie expenditure and reduces the effectiveness of exercise routines. On the other hand, good sleep improves energy levels, allowing for more consistent movement and better workout performance, both of which support fat burning. Sleep also plays a crucial role in stress regulation. Lack of sleep increases cortisol, a stress hormone that can promote fat storage, particularly around the midsection. High cortisol levels also disrupt recovery processes and increase inflammation in the body. When sleep quality is prioritized through regular sleep schedules, reduced screen exposure before bed, and a calm sleep environment, the body becomes far more efficient at burning fat, regulating appetite, and maintaining a healthy metabolic rhythm over time. Certain foods have a direct influence on how the body regulates energy, repairs cells, and activates metabolic pathways that support fat burning. These foods do not burn fat in a magical sense, but they create internal conditions that make it easier for the body to switch into fat utilization mode. This happens mainly through their effects on blood sugar stability, insulin response, inflammation levels, and cellular signaling systems that control energy use. Foods rich in fiber, such as vegetables, legumes, and whole grains, slow down digestion and prevent rapid spikes in blood glucose. When blood sugar rises slowly and steadily, the body avoids excessive insulin release, which reduces fat storage signals. Over time, this helps improve insulin sensitivity, allowing cells to use energy more efficiently and tap into stored fat when needed. Protein-rich foods also play a major role because they increase satiety and require more energy to digest compared to fats and carbohydrates. This process, known as the thermic effect of food, slightly boosts calorie expenditure while helping preserve lean muscle mass. Maintaining muscle is important because muscle tissue is metabolically active and burns more energy even at rest. Healthy fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids, found in sources like fish, nuts, and seeds, help reduce inflammation in the body. Lower inflammation supports better hormonal balance and improves the function of mitochondria, which are responsible for energy production. When mitochondria work efficiently, the body is more capable of burning fat for fuel instead of relying heavily on quick sugar sources. In addition, nutrient-dense foods provide vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support cellular repair processes. These compounds help protect cells from oxidative stress and improve overall metabolic function. When these foods are consumed regularly, the body becomes more stable, more efficient, and more capable of naturally managing weight and energy balance without extreme dieting approaches. Exercise plays a central role in improving mitochondrial function, which is one of the most important factors in energy production, fat burning, and long-term metabolic health. Mitochondria are often described as the power plants of cells because they convert nutrients from food into usable energy. When mitochondria are healthy and efficient, the body can produce energy smoothly and shift more easily between burning carbohydrates and stored fat. When they are weak or reduced in number, fatigue increases and fat metabolism becomes less efficient. Physical activity stimulates the body to produce more mitochondria through a process called mitochondrial biogenesis. This means that regular movement does not just burn calories during the activity itself, but it also improves the body's ability to generate energy at rest. Over time, this leads to higher endurance, better energy levels, and improved metabolic flexibility. Different types of exercise contribute in unique ways. Aerobic activities such as walking, running, cycling, or swimming improve oxygen delivery and help the body rely more efficiently on fat as a fuel source during lower intensity efforts. Resistance training, such as weightlifting or body weight exercises, builds and preserves muscle mass. Since muscle tissue consumes more energy than fat tissue even when the body is at rest, having more muscle increases overall daily energy expenditure. Exercise also improves insulin sensitivity, allowing cells to use glucose more effectively and reducing the likelihood of excess energy being stored as fat. It further reduces inflammation, improves circulation, and supports hormone balance, all of which contribute to better metabolic health. Consistent physical activity does not need to be extreme to be effective. Even moderate, regular movement signals the body to become more efficient, more resilient, and more capable of maintaining healthy energy balance over time. Blood sugar control is one of the most important factors in determining how the body stores or burns energy. Every time you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose, which enters the bloodstream and serves as a primary fuel source. To manage this rise in blood sugar, the pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that helps move glucose into cells where it can be used for energy or stored for later use. When this system is balanced, energy levels remain stable and the body functions efficiently. Problems begin when blood sugar levels repeatedly spike due to frequent consumption of refined carbohydrates, sugary foods, and processed snacks. These rapid spikes require large amounts of insulin to bring glucose down quickly. Over time, cells can become less responsive to insulin, a condition known as insulin resistance. When this happens, glucose remains in the bloodstream longer, and the body is more likely to convert excess energy into stored fat, particularly in the abdominal region. Unstable blood sugar also affects hunger and energy regulation. After a sharp spike, blood sugar often drops quickly, leading to fatigue, irritability, and strong cravings for more sugar or high-calorie foods. This creates a cycle of overeating and energy crashes that makes weight management more difficult and increases fat storage over time. Maintaining stable blood sugar helps the body remain in a more efficient metabolic state. This can be supported by choosing foods that digest slowly, such as those high in fiber, protein, and healthy fats. These foods reduce rapid glucose spikes and help maintain steady energy levels throughout the day. Regular physical activity also improves how muscles absorb glucose, reducing the burden on insulin and enhancing overall metabolic flexibility. When blood sugar is well controlled, the body is better able to access stored fat for energy, maintain consistent energy levels, and reduce the hormonal signals that promote fat accumulation. The immune system is not only responsible for fighting infections, but it also plays a major role in how the body repairs itself and maintains long-term health. When functioning properly, it identifies damaged cells, removes harmful pathogens, and coordinates healing processes throughout the body. However, when the immune system becomes overactive or dysregulated, it can contribute to chronic inflammation, fatigue, and slower recovery, all of which indirectly affect energy balance and fat metabolism. One of the key roles of the immune system in body repair is tissue cleanup. Immune cells detect damaged or dysfunctional cells and help clear them away so that new, healthy cells can take their place. This process is essential for maintaining organ function and preventing the accumulation of cellular waste that can interfere with normal biological activity. When this cleanup system is efficient, the body recovers faster from stress, injury, and daily wear and tear. The immune system also communicates closely with metabolic pathways. Inflammatory signals released during immune activity can influence insulin sensitivity, hormone regulation, and how the body stores or uses energy. When inflammation remains low and controlled, these systems operate smoothly, allowing better blood sugar regulation and more efficient fat utilization. However, chronic immune activation can disrupt this balance and push the body toward energy storage rather than energy burning. Lifestyle factors strongly affect immune function. Poor sleep, chronic stress, nutrient deficiencies, and highly processed diets can weaken immune efficiency or push it into a constant alert state. On the other hand, a nutrient-rich diet, regular exercise, adequate rest, and stress management help maintain a balanced immune response. When the immune system is well regulated, it supports faster healing, improved metabolic stability, and greater resilience, allowing the body to function more efficiently and maintain healthier energy and fat balance over time. Daily habits have a far greater impact on fat loss and long-term health than short-term diets or extreme fitness routines because the body responds to repeated patterns, not occasional efforts. Every small action you repeat throughout the day influences hormones, metabolism, energy balance, and how efficiently your body burns or stores fat. When these actions are consistent, they create a stable internal environment where the body can function optimally without constant stress or disruption. For example, simple habits like eating at regular times help regulate insulin and hunger hormones, reducing the likelihood of sudden cravings or overeating. Similarly, drinking enough water supports digestion, nutrient transport, and metabolic processes that are essential for energy production. Even small choices like taking stairs instead of elevators or walking after meals contribute to increased daily energy expenditure, which adds up significantly over time. Sleep routines are another critical habit. Going to bed and waking up at consistent times helps regulate the circadian rhythm, which controls hormone release, metabolism, and recovery cycles. When this rhythm is stable, the body becomes more efficient at burning fat and repairing tissues during rest. Stress management habits, such as deep breathing, short breaks during work, or mindful relaxation also play a major role. Chronic stress can disrupt hormonal balance and promote fat storage, especially around the abdomen, so consistently lowering stress levels helps maintain metabolic stability. The key idea is that the body adapts to repetition. Occasional healthy actions have limited impact, but repeated behaviors shape long-term physiology. Over time, consistent habits improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, support better sleep, and enhance energy levels. This makes fat loss more sustainable and natural, without relying on extreme or restrictive approaches that are difficult to maintain in the long run. Healthy aging is not simply about increasing lifespan, but about maintaining physical strength, mental clarity, emotional balance, and independence for as long as possible. The body naturally changes with time, but how quickly or smoothly those changes occur is strongly influenced by lifestyle choices, daily habits, and overall metabolic health. Aging becomes problematic when the body loses its ability to efficiently repair damage, regulate energy, and maintain stable internal systems.